Hello everybody, happy Sunday to all of you that are out there spending time with your families, doing the things that are important and getting healthy. You know, we're all in this together. So I wanted to come to you today because Tupperware came out with a really awesome special and I'm really excited about it. Not only for this time that we're in, but also because, you know, you need these products in general all the time. It's a great system. It's a great solution to saving your produce even longer. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about our FridgeSmart containers. We have a really good special that's just started, so make sure you check with your consultant. It's called Stock and Store. I don't know if that's backwards there, but it's available this week only. So let me tell you a little bit about why you want to have these products. Everything is 25% off right now. How many of you guys on a regular basis throw away your fruits and vegetables anyway, and you're doing whatever you can to make them last even longer, right? My sister-in-law calls this her cilantro keeper, because how many of you guys put herbs or something like that in a cup of water, put it in the fridge, almost like you're waiting for it to grow some more, making it last longer? Of course it's not going to last longer, and it's a mess waiting to happen, right? Because one of the kids opens the fridge too strong, or they close it too strong, and now there's a mess all over the place. So I'm going to show you in my own fridge some produce that we got this last week on the last day that we were able to go shopping and get into the store comfortably. But I want to tell you first about the Tupperware, about these FridgeSmarts and why you want them, and then we'll look at my experiment, okay? So we have a new size of your FridgeSmart. We typically have our regular 4-piece set that you can get anytime. I have my little fake produce in there. This actually came from the studio. I got what I could from the studio before we had to close up the doors. According to our governor. So these here, you have your large, large deep, large shallow, and then your medium deep. And then we have on sale right now also our medium shallow, our vertical, and then if you're thinking, I need a whole lot more of those, we have this exclusive super cute size just for having a party. And you're thinking, we're not supposed to get together right now, right? But you can surely have a Facebook party with your consultant and they would be super happy to help you with that. I know that. So make sure you connect with them. These ones are wonderful for blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, those things that are a little bit more pricey, but they tend to go bad faster. So we put those kind of things maybe in here. Now you might be thinking, I don't eat a lot of produce, and that's okay. You can also use them for things like cheese that don't need all the air and whatnot, but great for storage. You have your vertical, and what's nice about this one here is that it has the little grid here on the bottom. So when you have things like carrots, celery that need to stand vertically, the scientists have proven that they do better standing vertically, and you can put that right down inside of there. Maybe you've gotten a lot of cucumbers and you're pickling your own cucumbers so you can put them in our Piccadilly. So that's really great for this, and this one's really nice because it also sits right in the inside of your refrigerator door. So maybe you've run out of milk and you can put that right in the refrigerator door. That's there for you. Then you have our 4-piece set. Now typically you can get this individually or as an entire set, but right now all of these are 2-piece items. So you get these two. Those are $30 for both of the medium deep. Or you can get 2 of the large shallow, which is this size here, for $37. I'm making sure I read my information correctly. And then, because the sale is so new and special. And then we have the large deep. You can get 2 of those for $43 that you can have on the special as well. So 25% off of those. And then our medium, which I'm going to show you in a minute, our medium shallow, which is half the size of these, you get 2 of those for $22.50. And then we have the vertical 2 for $36. These ones are free for having your own Facebook party or regular party, whatever turns out for you, right? So I want to tell you why you want to have these containers, and what I love about them being on individual sale right now is you might think that one's too small for me, that one's too big for me. Now you can pick and choose versus an entire set of maybe a few pieces that you wouldn't necessarily use, that you can decide, I need 2 of those. And I'll show you why I use 2 of these here in just a moment. And then every once in a while, we have our even bigger ones on sale, and that's what's in my fridge, so I'm going to show you that. So this is designed, we are sold in multiple countries and manufactured in multiple countries. So what I love about this is Tupperware has changed it to where it's an international symbols for us. So you can see based on picture right here on the front. Your produce is all gonna be a light breather, heavy breather, or medium breather. Well, how do you know that? By the picture. So you find the picture of your produce, then you pick the front of this and you put the little button to this. Two things that are important about this. Your word Tupperware here, you want it facing the picture, so then you know which button is which, and also it shows you at the top of this. Your produce, or your FridgeSmart here has feet kind of on the bottom. You can see how it has a little bit of a grid. That is so that when your produce sits in here, produce is made of 80 to 90% water in general. So if it's sitting and saturated in its own bucket of mush, it's gonna go bad faster. So if it has a little bit of a grid in there, then all of the water is sitting at the bottom and not sitting within your produce, and it makes it last longer. Another thing about our FridgeSmart that's a key piece of storing it is that you want to put it in here dry, dirty, and naked. Do I have your attention? Dry, dirty, and naked. So when you bring your produce home, a lot of us want to go, oh, I think that I'll wash it so it's ready to go, so it's always ready that I can grab and go. Now, if it's something like grapes or baby carrots or things that you eat a lot of quickly that you would go bad in general just if you don't eat them, then you might want to pre-wash those, and then you can eat those all the time. They're grab and go, makes it really easy. Or how about cut up vegetables and produce that you have, like you could put a big old melon salad in here, cantaloupe and watermelon. If you have honeydew or anything like that, you can pre-cut it and put it in here, and that's basically your fruit salad ready to go. And how nice and convenient is that it's a rectangular sitting on your rectangle and square shelves versus something round that's taking up a lot of space right now that we're trying to maximize our space with all of our food. So I do love that about our FridgeSmart. You also want to, when I say dry, dirty, naked, don't pre-rinse anything, don't pre-cut anything. As soon as you hit any produce with a metal knife, you immediately start that disintegration process, and you don't want to do that either. And then you want to remove it out of the plastic bag. Just like putting a plastic bag over your head, you're suffocating your produce. Putting a plastic bag and keeping it on your produce, you're suffocating your produce. So you want it to last longer. And with that, your produce will last 3 to 4 times longer in here. I've had broccoli for 6 weeks, baby carrots for 2 months. I've had strawberries for 2 to 3 weeks. I've had cilantro for 2 to 3 weeks, button mushrooms. And what's cool is all of them can store in here together as long as they're the same breather. So my mushrooms and my strawberries can store together. And if I wanted to put maybe a little divider in there, then you can do that as well if you choose to. So that will help you when you're going to the grocery store and you think, should I buy that right now? I'll get it later. But right now you want to just buy it now because you don't know if later is going to come, with the grocery stores being as inundated as they are. And thank you so much to our grocery store workers that are out there keeping us stocked, and the trucks that are running to get it there. We do appreciate you. So you guys ready to see my science experiment? Say yes, say me, say see, say we. You guys want to see what's going on in my fridge? So we went grocery shopping. Today's Sunday. I think we went grocery shopping Thursday or Friday that we might have gotten some of this. And I have berries in here. And then I was also given some zucchini and cucumbers and bell peppers that one of the casinos was getting rid of, and I didn't have any produce, and a woman was so kind, a stranger, thank you so much, for giving us some of that, and I in return gave her some Tupperware water bottles, which is priceless, right? So let's look into the fridge. Don't mind my mess. Remember, I have boys, but let's see what's going on in my fridge, and I'm gonna open these for the first time with you guys, because if you haven't heard my chicken story, I'll tell you later. We have a lot of chicken right now, so we've been getting very creative with chicken. So let's open this up. So yesterday we had a salad bar going on, and I used the mandolin, and I used our old freezer containers. Ask me about our new ones. They're fantastic. Of course the old ones are as well. We used the mandolin, and we sliced one of those cucumbers for a sandwich bar. I also like to take a little bit of lime and some tahini over the top of that. My nephew showed me that one. And then I have some sliced tomato with our mandolin. My husband saw those and was like, holy cow, that is perfect. I know, right? I mean, they're perfect. All right, so let's see what else we have. So that was some of our cut up produce. So again, as soon as you cut the produce, you want to store it separately. And depending on the amount of juice, like the cucumbers, no juice inside of here. Tomatoes, a lot of juice. So I want to keep those separate because the acidity from the different produce will kind of contaminate each other. So you want to put same things together once you've cut them. Okay, so then we have, I'm a little nervous to show you my fridge. All right, so of course I have my iced tea brewing because we have a cold brew maker. And you can see my FridgeSmart here getting nice and organized. So some people will tell you, why is that there and what are you doing with your drawers? So in the drawers, they're a little crammed with extra stuff right now because we did get what we needed. But in the drawer, I use one of them for bread and tortillas. Right now the kids have thrown cheese and sour cream in there as well. Whatever, at least they're putting it away. So we use one of the drawers for that. And then the other drawer is all those jarred things that a lot of people put on their shelves. And if it spills over, it creates this huge mess, right? So then it's all confined in here. So if I need to clean out any kind of bucket, I pull that out, clean it out, it's good to go. And then I know what's going on in there because I can see the top of it. Some people might say, well, why do you do that with your produce drawers? Because if you didn't know, fridges actually work from top down. So they're blowing the air from the top of the refrigerator down. And these little things here on the front of your drawer, they're completely void. So if you bought a fancy fridge for that, I'm so sorry you spent that extra money because the air is blowing right down into the back of that drawer and blowing into your produce anyway. And whatever the front of that drawer says, crisp, extra crisp, whatever, it's not actually working. So FridgeSmart will do exactly what you tell it to do as long as you store it correctly. So I do have some of the old ones in here as well. So we're gonna open these up. My fridge is pretty slammed right now. So we're gonna open this up. Do you see that? That's broccoli. This broccoli has been here. We went to the Hispanic market because that's where we found produce. Oh my gosh, you guys. We went to the Hispanic market and bought our produce. This was Thursday at least. Like, look at this broccoli, completely fresh, right? All right, my fridge is gonna start dinging here in a moment. I told you. That's how we fix that problem. Then I can just leave it open for a minute. Then this here, I love blackberries, yogurt, and mangoes. Look at that, perfect blackberries. No mold, no yuckiness, not even juice on the bottom yet. How cool is that? This was from the same day. We got these on Thursday. So I'm gonna tuck these ones away. Then I have in here, I'm gonna have to pull the big ones out just to get the other ones out. Okay, so here's the very large one, not on sale right now, but we have it here. This is my cucumbers and zucchinis. They can store together because they're the same breather. So I'm gonna pop this open. And you always wanna pop it like a baseball diamond. I'll use this guy for example, and we love baseball. We wish it was back on. So baseball diamond, you're gonna pop your corners and then remove your seal. Especially on the long skinny ones, if you remove it and rip it off of there, you're gonna ruin that seal and it kind of avoids the whole purpose of sealing it properly. So we have zucchini, look at that, totally fresh. And we have oh, that's another zucchini. And then we have cucumbers, totally fresh, no mold anywhere to be seen on here. You guys, and the moisture is in there, right? But it's all stored properly. And then if you feel like it's getting too much moisture and you want to make it last a little bit longer, or you have a bag of lettuce inside of here, put a paper towel down in the bottom and then it will absorb even more moisture, making it last even longer. And then you can take a paper towel or one of our microfiber towels, wipe the inside of it, and it will help to absorb that moisture and make it last even longer as well. A little trick that I learned. What else do we have going on? More science project. Okay, so this is our old FridgeSmart, does the same thing. Pop the corners. Look at this. I don't even know how long these were because these ones were given to us. So this one's getting a little bit wrinkly, but it's still good. Look at this. Totally good. Still smells super fresh. So good. So you guys, this is totally lasting. I think I have one more to show you. I have two more to show you. I'm going to tell you about lettuce here in a minute because I keep fresh lettuce here all together. So we have tomatoes. I don't want to waste energy, so I'm going to close that for just a minute. These are the old ones, very similar to using this size, just different shapes, right? So let me first show you tomatoes. I have big chubby tomatoes in here, and I have Roma tomatoes because I'm going to make fresh salsa later. And we've been using these ones here, the beefy tomatoes, for our sandwiches and hamburgers. Totally good. I mean, still firm, super good. So when the kids get back to school, or maybe those of you that are now homeschooling, or homeschooling for a minute. My kids said it's not homeschooling. I said, I might not be your teacher, but I'm gonna be your principal for a little bit, right? All right, so this one has a head of lettuce that I broke in half. Actually, 2 heads of lettuce. It's turning a little bit brown. This lettuce, you guys, I've had for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Been in this container. I haven't washed anything. When I take it out, I rinse it and wash it and put it aside on some paper towel, I pat dry it, and then we use it. Only a little bit of brown, and that's actually where I took the end piece off because I ripped that off of there. Otherwise, I've just been tearing leaf lettuce off. Now I have to ask you guys, how many of you guys buy bag lettuce? Because it's what we do. It's so much easier. Bag lettuce is actually extremely harmful for you. Not extremely harmful. I mean, it's still on the shelf, right? But bag lettuce is better to not purchase. It's better to buy a head of lettuce because it will actually last longer. Bag lettuce sits in chlorine often for 2 weeks, and then it is bagged. Then it gets taken to the grocery store, and then it comes home, and you open it up. 2-3 days later, it's a brown mushy mess because the oxygen has hit the chlorine, and now it's a mess. Having it like this, hand tearing your lettuce, your spinach, whatever greens that you're using in that salad, rinsing them, pat dry, and throw it in your salad, or putting your whole salad in here is actually better for you than buying bag lettuce. And if you're gonna still buy bag lettuce, buy it and put it in your FridgeSmart, in your new FridgeSmart, right? And it will last 3 to 4 times longer than it ever did just sitting in the bag, absorbing whatever because of what's been put in it, and it doesn't last quite as long. So make sure that you get with your consultant today about getting in on these great specials because like I said, they only last for a week. We have FridgeSmart all the time, but we're women and men. Everybody likes a good deal. Our husbands, our spouses love us to save money, do they not? So why not get in on this special of this FridgeSmart opportunity? You can have all the exclusive sizes, and if you're thinking, I need more of those and I want my friends to have them too, have a party, get your minis for free. I love, love, love these. Anybody that has this, give us a shout out. Tell us something in the comment. There's no comments here, so I'm not sure if it is reading, but you guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Be blessed, eat healthy. They're telling us if we eat healthier, we live longer and even more now. So have a blessed day. Talk to you soon.